back to the mic with you about the impeachment. You may resume. Because this is, again, I was
Right.
going to say that I needed a little bit more on the impeachment thing from your side.
Right, so now let's go back to the previous court case, where as mentioned by one of the judges, as you and your party addressed, just one of the judges included but not limited to cunt and pussy. And this is not accounting for your part disrupting the judges many times and the amount of slurs and disrespectful behavior towards the judges. Now, the real question is, do you find this president worthy? The acting point is that these judges are the ones that decide the fate of our nation and the fate of your party and side.
Excuse me.
Now,
Sorry, I have a
Me?
yes,
thing. Is it an objection? Is it
Yeah.
none of you stops it? Okay. Yeah, I have an objection against that.
Objection, what is it? Relevance or what?
It's relevant towards it. It just sounds. If I explain it, then it sounds.
I know what you're on about. You're talking about relevance
Yeah.
because they're just asking a direct question about yesterday
yeah.
instead of. Okay.
So, you are, I believe, talking about the case that happened yesterday, correct?
2 days ago.
And you were saying that our party or Dr. MJ was using slurs of that sort? It was specifically your party, which is including Dr. MJ and Mr. Boyd. Okay. So, with the thing about Mr. Boyd, although he is technically in our party, he is not a rank, although he does consider himself a part of pro MJ for the presidency. And for MJ, I would just say that MJ, the court case was, I would say, a little unfair, so he may have got annoyed, which obviously all of us get at. Obviously, if we get annoyed, our temper goes a little out, and our reasoning and all that goes out. Obviously, due to that reason, I would say he did use profanity, which I would say, obviously, that he would disagree upon now that he has regained his control of his emotions. Correct? Would you say that you didn't mean those things? And second of all, if you are going up against him and saying that he shouldn't be present because he uses profanity against the people, your own president said that he was a neo because his friend supported the ideals of the fascism. That was what Hades had told me, that MJ is a pro-Nazi. How do you defend that? And I would say, MJ, you do not agree with those opinions whatsoever. What gives him the obligation to say that he is one? With no evidence. Well, first of all, let's start with this is a free country, freedom of speech. We can say what we believe. And another thing that we're trying to say is that it's about the fact, not that he slurred at the judges, but the fact that as of him being in a president position, he's not representing only himself and his party, is representing the country that he's currently serving. And that's just one of the many points that show relevance to his position and his dedication to his work. Okay. Basically, with you also saying the freedom of speech, which profanity against the judge, technically that would be freedom of speech, but also breaking. That would also be off that slurs. It wouldn't be too good, obviously. But obviously, I'm guessing. I know Mr. Boyd, myself, MJ. I would say most people in this room have used slurs at someone they got extremely annoyed at. Unless you're a bit more of the younger audience.
So,
But I'm not saying that
may I add something?
slurs, you don't, obviously everyone doesn't say them, but obviously they are emotions. Who's typing?
Not me.
Okay.
Thank you.
But obviously, if you're just taking him back because he said slurs to someone, does that really mean he's not fit for the presidency?
Okay, right. I'll stop this conversation and let's get back on topic. Okay, we're going off topic talking about slurs. I'm not fussed on that right now. Again, if there are slurs, that's a whole new case. Okay,
I'm
that's
sorry,
different.
he just brought it up.
Okay, Nico, please stay to the topic.
Right, now, this is going to be a bit more towards our topic. Now, another question here, I'm sure we are all aware of that Rec Room is going down, but what efforts has specifically Dr. MJ made of relocating our military, and if, or letting it die, or any sort of public statement that would say that something's gonna happen with the military after Rec Room goes down? And if no, then may I ask why?
Okay, so I would say for the most reason, for the places I have been to that they're shutting down, it's pretty evident that on June 1st, every play in Rec Room, everything is shutting down. So I don't think there's the need for an announcement. And second of all, some people think that people are going to Radium, some people are going to Roblox, and some people are going to other places. But should a military really be changing from one platform to another platform? I think how it should work is that all the memories and all the places here are going to remain in Rec Room. And obviously, I know Mr. Boyd, he's creating something called, if you know anything about 55 Days of Peaking on Roblox, that we are trying to create something, but obviously other people are going to try and do different stuff, such as in Radium, and obviously in Roblox again. But I don't think there's a public announcement needed to say that we're going, all of us, which wouldn't represent all of us, because people have different ideas of where to go to. There's no need for a public announcement to say we're going somewhere else.
Objection.
Would you agree?
On
I,
grounds of objection.
I will object to that claim, since the question was clearly related to what Dr. MJ was planning, or if he had anything to say on the matter. But the fact is, we start the question off to relativity of other people. So I'll ask the question again. What is Dr. MJ planning to say at minimum about what he's planning if we'll let the military die, let it memory settle, or relocate to another platform? Has he personally made any efforts to make that claim?
So obviously I can't answer for what he is thinking and what has he not announced. Obviously I think it's a good idea if MJ answers himself. So if I could please have Mr. MJ up to thing.
To speak his opinions.
Okay.
So what my ideas were, I was trying to find why I was silent about this, is I was going to try to find the 3 best platforms to relocate to. Because I've heard rumors about Radium not being that good. There's a lot of competition in Roblox for Napoleonic Wars, specifically the biggest dog in W. So I still haven't decided on a place we could relocate to. That's all I gotta say.
Also
Alright.
as well. Also as well to say this. Has Haid said anything of what they might be doing? Or what Haid might be doing to his followers? Such as I forget the place. Like leaving it here or moving to a different place like Rec Room or Radium? Or has he the same ideas as MJ?
Well, actually, unlike Dr. MJ, Hayes has actually fought on this matter, and we are actually very close to making a verdict. We will also be letting in public opinion so people can have their votes on the matter where they would like to move. But for now, we were planning to go between Radium or Roblox. Of course, we're still trying to finish, and this opinion will change. But we have already discussed with the public their opinion on this matter, and we are planning to make a vote on where they would like to move. So yes, Hayes has made efforts to relocate this military.
Okay, may I ask in, like, such as the Discord and that, has he talked in the Discord about it? Or has he talked to it in Rec Room?
I believe this would be best if answered by him, but from the information I currently have, he has mostly been talking to people in Rec Room or messaging on Discord. So, to get certain opinions, for instance, he was asking me about opinions on this matter. Of course, he got answers. I believe we should probably, for now, keep thinking or potentially move to Radium. But, like I stated, yes, he has asked, I believe, a few people on this matter.
Okay, just another thing as well. You said that you haven't came up with a verdict but still thinking of where to go. Isn't that just a rephrase of what Dr. MJ just said in his statement of they're still thinking and we're trying to find the best for you to go to?
Although partially might be true, but the difference between what Dr. MJ said and what we are saying is Dr. MJ only thought about it with himself and a few potential followers. We're saying that we're trying to involve everybody into making this decision. So
May I say
so
this
they
real
can go
quick?
to a platform so they can go to a platform that is available to them, but still overall similar accessibilities to what Rec Room may have, other similar platforms.
Okay, I believe Dr. MJ does have something to say, so I'll let him.
Pass on.
Again, I left it off as a hanger though. Radium and like Roblox are the like one of the number 2 like contesters. We still got other versions that I would rather go to because Radium is bad. They have hackers. I don't want to deal with that much. Everyone's gonna have hackers, but Radium is mainly based off of a hacker base, so that's why I'm planning not to. And I was gonna wait to see if I can get back leadership of the like whole place to where I can make things public and actually to make a decision.
So sorry to make this extremely long, but obviously you and Hades and his party have access to the group Discord. Am I correct in saying that? Where he can make public announcements and set up all that? Where he knows where people's opinions and how they can vote easily on that?
I believe so. Yes.
And personally myself, I am currently banned, and I am a president. So would you say that, and MJ, you're part of the Discord?
I got
you are.
reinvited.
Okay. When did you get reinvited?
Ghost unbanned him and he invited me, I think.
Okay.
I didn't unban.
Or no, it was Bugs.
Okay, how long have you been banned for?
It's like, ever since, I'd say like at least a full day, I believe.
Okay. So there's a full day of communication with, obviously, his own nation and himself. So he obviously can't see what the people are and what they were asking. And obviously there were rules where I believe you couldn't ask in the announcements.
I didn't have no roles.
Yeah, he didn't have any roles, so that means he couldn't have made any public announcements or get people. They use the @everyone announcement to get people's attention. So there is obviously a difference between accessibility of getting the public and how basically just the accessibility of how you can get and talk to the people. And obviously, I don't believe that MJ could create a fence of that sort because he can't talk to the people in the events channel. If there is one, I am currently, I believe, still banned, so I don't know the Discord too well, as I'm not in it. But it's just asking that he can't. If you're saying, obviously, as well, if people such as your party create a fence and MJ doesn't, he doesn't have access to all that, so he wouldn't be able to create a fence. If you see what I mean, he won't be able to announce it.
Right. I want to
Objection.
pull this. Yeah. Objection.
Yeah, I did
The
get a bit
fact
off
is,
topic,
Dr.
sorry.
MJ, if he truly had the desire to make a statement such as this one, and he was unable himself to make it, then I believe he would have come with a reason that he might have or been able to request it from other party members, such as the vice president. You were banned, as you said, but even though anyone, so commodores, secretaries, congressmen, there's so many possibilities on how we could have put out the message through announcements, events, or really any other channel, yet he still didn't.
Okay, right.
But,
I want to cut this off. I want to cut this off there because again, we're going a bit off topic. We're talking about Discord when I'm meant to be talking about who is the president right now. Okay. So let's get onto a topic, please. Back on topic. I understand you want to talk about the Discord and why he has made announcements. Fair enough. But currently, I'm really trying to focus on who is the president and why the other party should be the president because of the current situations. So the impeachment. I need to know a little bit more on that. So I'm still a bit confused. Just a tad more.
So, I believe our side is one of our last questions towards Mr. MJ, at least as of this moment, and that is so, Mr. MJ, or Dr. MJ. So, if there were efforts to make more of the military, fix bugs, add more content, just things that would overall go to players and say, come to my military, something that would make them want to join. But the fact is, the one primarily doing all of the bigger updates, all of the fixes, all of the overall things that our soldiers need, was actually here Hayes. He did a lot of updates, and really often, too.
If I could ask, specifically, you say updates, but could I ask specifically what updates has been added while Hayes was in charge?
Well, I believe Hayes could fill in this question, but I can just say a basic necessity of things. So, rank fixes, potential armory fixes, chess uniforms, and such. But I think Hayes would like to personally state what he has made on this matter. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, I can do that. I was just plugging in my VR. Friggin' back's starting to hurt either way. Friggin' bloody hell. So let's see. So we had, well, you guys might have said the government was added, but actually I was the one who suggested adding the entire government. Hell, you're the one who copied it off of me because I sent it to your DMs, Mr. Saul. You're the one who copied it onto the board for me. There was also the Navy, which you also copied for me. So I was the one who implemented the Navy ranks and got that open. I also added the attorneys and justice department, so that was very nice. Also, you're doing a very good job, Nutghost. And there was also getting rid of, well, people who were, well, trained in one day and then became a colonel, who I removed because of favoritism, and also, well, just last night, also adding promoting rules and stuff like that, like how long you have to wait before you can get a promotion and stuff like that, and also more ranks for the Navy, and also going out of my way and asking people who have, well, experience in making armors and such as that for the military.
Okay. So obviously that was expanded since you were vice president, I believe, and also before that. What were the current things that happened while you were president from then to now? I know you did kind of say that in a timeline, but what have you done from becoming president to now in this courtroom?
Okay, that I need to memorize. Okay, so it went.
Right. I'm sure I can pull something right off the top while Hayes tries to remember everything he did. But armory expansion. I believe he might have did some detailing on the ship, but I'm not 100% sure on that matter. I believe training board, he also did a few updates on that. The rest you could fill in. If there is anything else.
So I'll just say on what, or should I just let you use thing? I'll let you go on.
I'd let them finish first about their point, and then you can object to anything they said.
Okay.
All right. So, the timeline was basically, well, actually, this is gonna talk about you guys because you're the one who said if I'm becoming president or not, because you were at that meeting, and you quite literally asked, "Am I becoming the president?" Hell, we even have there's 4 witnesses who are all at that meeting right now, including Saul. And well, we had that vote, and then I became president. Then I waited some time before I did any changes. But once I knew things had to be changed, I first tried to get rid of well, we had a lot of reports about the Irish regiment, so I wanted to get rid of those guys. Got rid of the corrupt individual, transferred his lieutenants into different regiments that were more lore accurate, and, well, had to get someone to make armors and stuff like that. So I went to 007, asked him for help for the armor making. He's helping us currently with cavalry and artillery, so that's going to be nice. Other things such as that, we then upgraded the board to have more formations, get them named, and stuff like that. And also, well, we're going to be upgrading stuff such as other things, but I'm not going to get into details. That is for another update that I'm going to keep to myself right now.
Oh,
Right.
Okay.
I believe that's everything from our side for now. I'll leave this to Saul if he has any objections or anything to say.
So obviously I'm gonna go from bit to bit between what Nico Foss said and also what Hate said. So, about the armory room. Most likely, about the armory room, you still left it general with just the armory room that was updated. Could you please specify on what was exactly updated? Because to me it looks practically identical to
Well,
the
we
same
didn't
room.
change it that much. We didn't change it that much. We just added more places for more armors to come to.
Yes.
And we were planning on upgrading it, having a second floor, but during our time right now, it doesn't seem like we were going to be able to do that. So it just didn't seem like we would upgrade an entire room just for 1 more month of the game being open, or 2 more months, exactly. So we just didn't upgrade it that much. We upgraded it to where it would have more armors. Yes, we added more armors, but not total renovation. Not like that. No.
Yeah, fair enough. It was just that he was saying that there was armor stuff, and the armory was just changing, so it was just that
Oh yeah,
I was just
it's
asking.
changing. We
Yeah,
added the first
I
regiment
see
back and
some
stuff like that.
stuff.
Oh right,
And
I also
obviously,
forgot the stuff in freaking Discord. Sorry. Shoot, I forgot about those stuff too. Do you want me to go on that or no? Assuming
I
yes.
think we should. It's really up to
Can we
Ghost
just
if he wants to, but I think we want to keep it to the presidency.
you mean
Alright.
just keep it to the
Well,
presidency,
it is
please?
your question of what have I updated and stuff and put into.
The
Okay.
Discord isn't I'm not fussed about that. If we're talking about map, let's just stay on the map. Bluefire, you can come over here.
Okay.
It's
Go on,
alright.
Marshall.
Then you've said enough for now.
Okay. So obviously that's what you've done in your time. Obviously I agree with the thing of for the first few days you settled in and all that. But basically, yeah, I would actually agree with Hades that the few days settling in, and obviously the wee tweaks and all that of different commanders, lieutenants, colonels, and all that. Obviously, some stuff might have been able to change. It really depended on how the performance was between MJ and how the performance was whenever Hades was in power. Obviously, one can shift, but really just changing a couple of commanders around. And also as well, Nico Fosh, you talked about the boat, or this ship to be precise. How there was updates to that, but I don't believe there was any updates. As if you're talking about the blunderbusters on the ships, they were the same. They were there even when MJ was around. If you're talking about the guns on the ship, that was still there, although maybe slightly upgraded.
I was more
But
referring
the
to
general ship was all same.
some slight bug fixes, such as there were some let's just say, inconsistencies in the ship, so holes and stuff, but that was all fixed.
So, slight fixes to the ship.
Yeah, just small, let's just say, inconsistency fixes, so holes, empty spaces,
You
just
say you
all.
see that from far away, or be considered a major update?
It was more of a smaller fix, so if Navy personnel managed to get blunderbusses, flags, shoot cannons, then it was more just to be as a more realistic factor.
Okay. So just slight tweaks, and obviously I said again, slight tweaks, but we small updates can add up to big
Small
things.
updates.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to
But
say
I
anything large. It
believe
was
there
small.
was. I believe that is some possibly with the. I believe before of Captain Ryan, the armory which MJ did improve on massively by adding the different room. I believe. If I don't know who built it, but it was during MJ's presidency. And there was talks about the board being updated, as MJ, I remember talking to me saying we need to update the board. But obviously it wasn't yet thinged, which obviously time has probably came. And obviously action did happen with Hades, but it was still in the process of it, not like it was never an idea to update the board, because obviously it needed fixing. We were going to fix it one bit. But then obviously there were a bunch more additional things needed, such as the addition to the First Irish and the removal of it, as it was an unsuccessful regiment, which I believe MJ did. He did remove, which if you're saying adding and removing regiments, there was a fair part of that, as the only regiments existed were the Marines and the 16th. There could be one more, but obviously MJ has allowed way more regiments to be open, given way more options, so I would say fair share of both.
Right, I believe that's all our side has to say about the matter regarding MJ, Mr. Saul, Mr. Boyd, and Haight.
Alright.
We think that the judges might be able to deduct a verdict off of that.
I
Okay.
would agree too.
Are you both now right? So I'll call recess now. So there will be a verdict. I will go and speak by myself, so I do not require any other individuals. And all I'm going to say is I request both the prosecutor and also the defendant, so Hades and MJ, please step up to the stands. So I'd like you lot to raise your right hand.
I don't know my
And-
lesson, right?
Your right hand. Yeah, just like that. Just like that's fine.
Thank you.
What I'm gonna do now is I will read an oath. So this is just obviously a religious one or a standard oath, but that's fine. And I just want you to say I do at the end. Okay. So I shall read. I swear by Almighty God that the evidence which I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And whatever the verdict is concluded, I shall not complain, shall not attack, or shall not do any harm.
I do. I do.
Okay, you may return to your seats. Recess is now thingy. Crowd, you are able to speak and go speak with each other. I do not request anyone else to follow me, okay? Otherwise, that will
Last question.
jeopardize
How
your-
long will the recess take?
Not long.
Since as of now, time is
Your
up,
Honor,
yeah,
if
since we
I
go
if
to
I
the
may
office.
tell you something for a moment, the guard that you had, Apex, he did have to go mow his lawn, so I'm stepping in for him.
Okay, that's fine. Just need to tell.
Ghost,
Is me and Saul allowed to go to the office?
You know, just to discuss a little.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's fine. You guys can go.
Leave me behind.
Boyd,
Boyd,
I'll
I'll teleport
I've done
you.
the Kentucky militia arms.
right
It's
there.
literally exactly what, not the Kentucky, the Michigan. The exact same thing.
Lonely.
For now,
I have nobody. I'm still lonely.
Hades is changing
allow
it all
for
around.
updates
So
for the
all we know
NPC.
is
All on me out.
No.
Yeah, but that was more.
Again?
That was more of Ghost.
God damn it.
well, we've got no more generals.
Yeah,
We're all
and,
colonels.
rude,
and
but,
Ghost
I
being
did
judged out would be
admit it
quite
to
bad.
Who knows?
So,
As of
Yeah.
Ghost being judged
Yeah,
out.
it's his own thing.
Bad.
It's his own.
Me too,
It's
Al.
his department. I will allow him to run his department. I'm not gonna be a dictator about it. Yeah, my.
Let's hope they come up
Also,
with.
by the way,
with
here's the
a
funny stuff.
defense
I can
system.
invite the. I'm inviting the King of England. By the way.
Yeah, he's online.
Whenever the fucking court
Yeah,
cases
so
happen,
I
I
hope
get
they
like
come up with a verdict very
intensely
quickly since
tired
time
because
is
of the
of the
simple
Oh, by the
fact
way,
that
hey Toast. I want to say
Yes.
this.
and he's
ju-
gone.
Just as this, if anyone
Never
doesn't have
mind.
like a full-fledged military up and running,
Never
don't give them VIP or anything. Don't give them like those type of roles because that does not make sense whatsoever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, sir, I am.
Here's just something that I have to
I
say.
know.
Potentially, if we do and
You know
we're
what? Hey,
sorry for
Ash, are you
interrupting
from Michigan?
No, I'm from Florida, sir.
I'm sorry.
Right, but
A Floridian is in charge of my state's regiment. I'm from Michigan. I'm literally
you.
living
What's
in
happening
Michigan.
here?
The
battle's been happening.
don't yell. There's a court case. We're about to get the
Mr.
verdict.
President,
Mr.
we're
President.
in good hands with this Floridian.
Wait. Wait a
We'll
minute.
see.
Hey, bud.
Right.
Go
Here's
make sure
something I
they're
have
not
to say.
being corrupted.
Listen, all of you.
That's your
job. Sir?
Actually, I
Go.
don't. Yeah, go. Here's something I'll say.
Yeah.
If we do one, none of you just start screaming, yeah, because we do not want to get charged with contempt of court.
And fair question.
Just,
when you came in, what were they talking
stay.
about?
Just clap.
Pretty much
Just
she
clap.
was talking about how there is not enough evidence for him to come to a verdict for either side. There isn't
Good
enough
man.
at all.
Then what the hell
No
does he
one's getting
want?
charged with anything, it seems
Christ's sake.
like. Therefore, Britain still may be opening, but not with any of the high command.
So here's the fun stuff, or not stuff.
We literally gave
We have
everything,
witnesses.
so
We have like
yeah. I
two
mean, yeah.
witnesses, including one of
With
the judges.
also
as a witness.
technically being me, since
Yeah,
I
thank
was
you.
also one of your generals, so yeah, you also have the King of Britain representing you.
Well, I'm
Yeah, but
talking about
here's
like
something.
I'm talking about
If
the
they do
entire.
extend court, I will have to go since I have errands to do.
Oh, I just grabbed
It
my
is
back.
quite
Oh,
late.
that was nice.
I might come back on screen, but
Oh, Blue
I can't
File's back.
promise. He hasn't been back for a
Oh,
while.
are they trying to corrupt him?
Not the general.
Yeah.
Talking about him. Yes.
Hi, Blue.
Hunter, no,
Hey, Blue.
not
That's
me.
what's fine.
Hunter, got a doc with you, mate?
Alright, so if you lot are ready to hear the verdict, you can come back. And please return to your seats. Okay?
Mr. President.
Yep.
He's not being corrupted. He is clean.
Hello, we're back.
Okay, good.
Right.
Good.
Alright, you lot.
1 second, I'm just teleporting board.
I want you all on. I like you all on shush, and we're speaking. So, I'm gonna be 100% honest, and I am in honesty due to in my heart, in my own, and in my part of my own belief. I'm gonna be honest with both of you. You are both at wrong. You are both at wrong for both of the things you've done. You both haven't communicated. You both have started to compare each other with, oh yeah, I've done more, I've done this. I'm gonna be honest, that proves no relevance. I don't care who's done more. I don't care if MJ's built a whole armory. I don't care if Hades has made the whole Discord. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking for the state of our military. Because our public right now is not happy. They're not happy with any of this. So, within respect, and within respect for everything, the verdict is that the two sides will make a plea deal. You need to argue a plea deal. Now, this is where I will be there. The public won't be. So Hades and Nico and Thor and MJ will go into the back room. We'll talk. And then we'll get a plea deal. I'm going to be honest. The retrial yesterday should have went to a plea deal. Don't know why I didn't. But for some reason it didn't. You both pulled valuable arguments. You did. You obviously pulled very good argument on the impeachment. Very well. You said that obviously, it was unrightful. But then a lot of you others also kind of contradicted each other on saying about the miscommunication, everything. That's what I'm trying to say is I want a plea deal and I want to see you two work together more than you two arguing who's more presidency. Am I heard?
Yes.
Alright, so the two sides, come with me. We'll go discuss out here. Grandpa, you can come because you are you are the recorder. You are recording this whole situation.
Almost the time until
Hey,
like
Hunter.
specifically 3.
Alright, guys,
Take
let's
us into the
relax.
big.
Whoa. Didn't say all of you lot can come. Didn't say all of you lot can come. I said the only two sides. Get out!
Nick,
He
come
said
here.
you guys get the fuck out.
Get out!
Fuck out of
I
here.
believe I was mentioned. To come.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hi.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're both up. Alright, so, both of you,
Gonna do this in the meeting room.
I can't-
so
we can't go
they
in
can't
there.
hear.
Toasty, I'm
I
sorry.
can't go in there.
I'll just teleport.
Really?
Okay, it's,
That's
we
a
can
lot of
just-
people to teleport now.
Get the fuck out.
I'm gonna get them to go back inside.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that'll be a better idea.
Hey, all of you, go back in there.
Boyd, that's you two. Go inside.
Thank you.
Go inside,
so much.
boys.
Uptown.
Go, boys. And if you don't
Alright, so Grandpa Boyd's recording this because when you make your plea deal, it will be recorded, and if you try and break the plea deal, then you'll be guilty for breaking that plea deal. Am I heard? Okay. See, you two, I'm gonna be honest, you knew it was gonna come to a plea deal. You both, realistically, this whole court kind of went just to no relevance. Okay? It was really no relevance for most of it. But again, at least it went a little bit more smoother than 2 days ago. Instead of having three judges screaming at you saying, this thing, no. You both did well. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really proud of both your sides for respecting each other. But now you made to discuss. I don't want to see bickering. I'm just here as a person that's just gonna be there for verification. He's here to record. So you two may discuss. I'll be standing right here. I'll just be sitting silent.
Okay.
Right, so
do
I've
you wanna
already
go first?
mentioned. Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
I've already said this once, but I believe what could be said as most fair or most of an option towards the public, so they have a decision in this too, is both presidents get a according to the state of Rackham, so 1 week, let's just say, presidency. They both do their changes, they both do what they believe is right. And at the end of those 2 weeks, when both presidents have made their trial, then the public will make a vote on who they believe should be the president.
What if we do something and then the other one just undoes it all? That's possible for error.
See, what I'm gonna say on that is that both sides will not do major governmental decisions. That will only be held up to the government
Yes.
themselves.
What I meant
I
was
think-
smaller decisions, as map fixes, updates, and one thing else, unless it's generally set to be a bad decision and agreed upon by HICOM and such, then it cannot be undone.
Well, I think it's something like that. But for major decisions, obviously a military has to have major decisions as well. If there was a major decision happened during the week, I would say maybe both parties have to collaborate into one and sort it out.
Okay.
I think that would be a good idea for major decisions. But I think we could extend it up to 2 weeks to really give grounds on
Don't
loyalty.
have 2 weeks.
Well, we don't have 2 weeks, Mr. Soul. That's
We
why I
have
said
4.
1 week.
We only have a week,
Oh.
right?
Oh yeah, okay.
From that, we don't have
Oh.
2 weeks, so 1 week or less.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Actually, a week is pretty long. 7 days. 2 minutes. Yeah.
That's a week has 5 days. Where are you getting the 7
week
from?
has-
Seven.
Weekend.
It's 7. It's 7.
Weekend.
Yeah.
It's 7.
Oh,
Week.
Hades.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 7 days.
Weeks. Expected Sunday
Unless,
and
like-
Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday don't exist.
But
Right,
yeah, like
anyways.
I said, I like the idea that Soul pitched in that it'll be as said, but major government decisions will be discussed and collaborated by both, and I think this could potentially work to make a long-term decision.
And
with the
also, as well,
future.
this could lead towards relations as well, increased relations if we work together.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it's really split. But I think if
Agreed.
possibly what could happen is that even without a major decision, both of us could just collaborate and just form a bigger government to fit more positions. Because obviously you've got myself, who was the Secretary of the Treasury, but obviously that's filled by someone. So we could probably just if an idea could be that just to put people into ranks.
See, are you talking about my plea deal where I said
Yeah.
that you two move into smaller positions and
Yeah,
then work together
obviously,
more, and then an acting
Like a
president is
different
in charge?
secretary,
Mhm.
secretary of
Yeah.
war,
I think,
or
in my
something like that.
opinion, that would be a better decision because you lot don't have to worry relying on or the big governmental
Others.
decision. Like you can have an acting president, and then when you're in power, you can just like change what they've done if you need to. But then I think that's better because it stops people from arguing about, well, oh yeah, they done a change to the ship. Oh yeah, they done that. No, it doesn't matter about that. I think you need to do more positions that are better. Once we discuss the plea deal, we'll announce it to these lot out there. So are you doing my plea deal idea where you both go into members of the government and we extend the government out?
So just get a few more open ranks because I think most of the ranks
Oh, we
or
can-
all the ranks are taken. If I believe so.
Yeah, I think we
I
can
think it's
extend
just
it
Yeah,
out.
unfair
there's
to
like
people
only like
in-
low ranks left.
Yeah, and I would say it's pretty. I wouldn't say bad, but a bit unfair if me and MJ were put into those ranks.
There's also
I mean,
officers
we,
now
we do have
underneath
we have
most of them.
senators, governors. We have those stuff that aren't
Or
even
even
on the
just-
board yet.
I
We
have
still
my own office now.
have them open.
so I'll just
Or
say
even
that.
just put the people like Secretary of the State, Secretary of like War, and all them.
Oh, we do
just
need a
down
Secretary of
one rank.
State, but we haven't got a Secretary of War. We've already got Secretary of War.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
in my
So-
opinion, we
Right.
should open up offices for each of the government members, so then them lot can actually work with other government members together, like I have. So you have Department of War, which then you can have the Secretary of War have a office of himself.
Well, that would cause lag in the map if we done that.
But no, I'm talking
Alright,
about.
but-
I'm not making a moon. I mean members in those. That's what I mean.
Oh, members.
Right.
Like roles.
Let's go back to the plea deal. So,
Yeah.
have we agreed on one or
I
anything
would
else that
say-
we need to discuss?
Can I have a private conversation with Saul? Real quick.
Sure.
In here.
I don't have time for this. Yeah.
I might just pass out. Like generally, I might like, physically pass out.
Yeah.
Just
I
sit down.
think
Bro.
it's,
Are you standing up? Sit
time
down.
is very of the essence right
No,
now.
I
and
am sitting down. I'm just tired.
But overall, I think we can reach a valid verdict within a few more minutes. That
You just gotta get
conversation
this
was
sorted, man. 'Cause I'm not
intense.
gonna lie. I really don't want to keep sitting here watching you lot just discuss between each other. I just want it done.
I mean, I was going to do trial by combat. I was gonna try and do that as a funny little bit, but I don't know. We need some laughs right now or something funny. Not everything has to be super serious, but we do have to have some funness.
Yeah, but this is talking about the presidency, so this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of
I
serious.
think I did a good job today. You know, kept my
Oh
cool.
wait,
Yeah.
by the way, Ghost, Ghost and Grandpa, have you seen the promoting rules in ranks?
When I've already made promoting rules, but I guess
Where were they?
they're in
It'd be great
rules,
if
bro.
you
They're at the
hurried
top of the thing.
I'm blind, apparently. Okay, I apologize. Hang on, let me go see him.
Talking about what the advancement to NCOs and officer ranks are.
Mr. Boyd, please exit the room.
Boyd!
What are you doing back here?
Go.
Boyd, get out.
Do you really find that as a valid member of your party?
He's not a
He-
valid member.
he's
He
literally-
claims
he's not
himself
even
as a
ranked,
he's
supporter.
Duke
Back on
of
topic to plea deal. Let's go.
Anyway,
So
yeah, let's get back on
basically-
topic.
Although, I think how, and also MJ as well, that what if we just do it where we just reinsert all the stuff? Such as Hayes becomes the vice president, MJ becomes the president. Because it was all normal and stable back before all this happened. And to be honest, it's just going to last for 2 months. It's not like he's going to be president for a whole year.
Yeah,
we
but
don't
here's the
accept
thing
those
about
terms.
that. MJ then could then possibly try and remove me that way.
Or we could do it to where MJ shouldn't be able to remove without
Remove.
major reason.
Yeah, remove
right.
without
What I'm
Ghost's
gonna say
permission.
here-
Honestly,
gonna say here-
I disagree.
What I'm gonna say here is it's entirely up to you. We can take a break, just relax. You lot can discuss about a plea deal later, and give you times to think, because obviously a lot of you are probably fatigued and tired and everything, because it is late.
I stayed up all night.
And we
Yeah, I'm not okay.
and we can
Same-
then just
same did
presume a
I.
plea deal later on. We can stick an acting president in. No one has presidency, neither does the vice presidents, just for now. Just so we have a bit of time period to breathe and relax. Because I'm not gonna lie, we went through. I wanted this to be a bit shorter, but it's gone about an hour. So
Although also as
Um,
well, there is a chance of that plea deal also working as well, because it does. It's just a
Sounds
question
quite logical.
of where
are you
would-
worried about the positions in government? Is that the issue?
Yes.
That is available.
Because
hey,
CJ
Ghost.
and all them,
Yes.
and also as well myself, as there is already
we
elected.
could. So, okay. I know the people would like to have a decision in this type of matter, even if it is a court case. So,
Exactly.
instead of a plea deal, shouldn't there be like a presidential
Vote?
election? Yeah, vote.
We've
mean,
done
yeah.
a
Who they
presidential
would like.
election before, but remember, right now it's based on opinions. I'm trying to change that around.
Right, gentlemen, I do have to go since I have
It is
things to do.
currently
So
based on
enjoy
opinions.
your day, enjoy
That's
your
what
evening.
the last one was, because I mean, I'm gonna be honest. The last judges kind of went it based on opinions as well. That's my point. Is it's not.
I'm
really
not
a-
talking about like judges. I mean like
No, the public again. It's an opinion based thing. Right now, like people are generally.
I mean,
like,
isn't
a lot of
that
people
always
hate MJ.
isn't that always
Lot-
elections?
No, but you can be honest with me now. Most of the public does not really like MJ at the current moment because he's been pictured as someone that's abandoned the military.
You're calling me a neo. Anyways,
It's just that I think that with him, what they currently think is that he's the president, and that there was given no reason, so they just believe that Hayes is the president. So I think that's probably why that's happened.
So I feel like just do the plea deal, or we can take a break. Someone becomes acting president. We can discuss the plea deal at a later date. This
We
also
could
gives you a
just-
lot to rest.
You could just do what
They said.
your lawyer said, if it's
About
fine
the-
by
the-
MJ.
remind me of that again.
We can just.
What was
We
it?
can just. Oh, it's the remember the idea I said about demoting yourselves into government, even if we open like more positions.
We
within
could both be
government.
senators.
I mean, that does put you on equal par. That is very true. You can all be on equal par instead of, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being the senator of Michigan. That's legit where I'm from.
Yeah,
And that
I'm
means
pretty
you
sure
also
I
get
have
to
no.
do. Yeah, so it's okay. We're little Brits, boys.
See, what I'm worried about is who would end up being the president. Because
It'll
what
be a
if they don't
governmental
do
vote. It'll be a governmental vote. They won't
Okay.
be able to do any big decisions without going through the government. And that includes senators and everything else. So that includes you too.
Besides, senators are more of ambassadors than actual people who are in charge of things.
We could
I
do
mean-
what he originally said, though.
What could we
possible.
say is that Hayes could be the secretary or not secretary, sorry, my bad. Senator of whatever you said, Michigan. Sorry, I
Michigan.
have that memory. And Dr. MJ could be the senator of his home state.
I
State.
see.
And then after
Yeah.
a week,
Get
there could be an
out!
election.
Wait, oh, wait, hold on.
I'm
See
sorry
what's
for
going
using
here.
this mic right here, but please stop entering the fucking chamber, goddamn.
We could do,
Not long.
But
So,
you
Alright,
kind of see
get
where
out.
I'm getting
what
at.
is
where
the
both
difference
have the same
between
power.
governor and senator, first off? Ain't they
Governors
Okay,
help
so
make
let me
laws, so they
explain
work
that
really with me.
difference. The difference between governor and senator, the governor is in charge of the state, of what happens,
Mhm.
and he has to be voted in by the entire office, where the senator is, well, he goes into the
Presented?
government, like where the president and everyone is, and votes for what's going to happen and talks about what happens and says what their state needs and what they don't need.
Yeah.
So speaking on
And they also
behalf
vote
of the state,
upon like
basically.
taxes and stuff like that.
And you
We
can
could
also
do that.
do. And you
And
can
then
also
after,
do
like-
laws as well. You can write
Then
written laws.
after, yeah. Then after a, like, week, we could do an election to see who is president.
Yeah, I
For
think
who
that's
plan.
agreeable. All right.
Plus,
so
there's
if
like
that's-
there's a governor as well, so he could
Yeah,
join the
All right.
election.
If we're all right, so we agreeing on that plea deal?
Yeah.
Grandpa, alright, so
Yes.
Grandpa, get
It's
close
just-
up to this. MJ and Hades, shake hands. This is where you're gonna sign off that the plea deal as
The only
accepted.
question is, who would I be?
You can be governor if you want, or a senator, or whatever you can choose.
Okay.
Or you can be in my office, you can be whatever. Alright.